Simone Show, and I want to welcome you guys into my kitchen. Today, I'm going to be having cooking and conversation. So for those of you who personally know me or who follow me, you know that for about a year now, I lost about 40-something pounds I've maintained. And for most of my life, I've gone up and down. You know, never been obese, but I've gone up and down. And so I try to eat healthy. So today I'm going to do a veggie stir fry. I'm going to do some zucchini, some yellow squash, some broccoli. Then I put some yellow orange pepper, green pepper, onion, and you know that Cajun blood that I have in me, Creole they call it. I like everything spicy, so I'm going to do a serrano pepper, some mushrooms. And I like to put in some sesame oil is what I cook it in. And I try to stay away from salt because the reason why I did this last weight loss journey was because my blood pressure started peaking. So today our conversation is going to be about the pressure that you feel when you have so much going on. When you lost everything and you feel like you just can't take no more. I have someone that's in my life that's experiencing that, and when I talk to that person, you know, they tell me, you know, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that. And, you know, I just can't take it anymore. And so with that being said, you know, we're going to have that conversation, but I want to share this joke with you guys. I was listening to one of my favorites, Joel Osteen. You know, he always likes to tell a joke, and I'm going to share this joke with you. I hope you get the enjoyment that I did. So he was saying that there was a lady that had made it to heaven, and she was at the gates of heaven, and the gatekeeper had told her that she had definitely made it to the gates, but yet to actually make it behind the gates. And in order to make it behind the gates, she was going to need, cutting up my pepper, she was going to need to spell a word correctly. She was like, okay, so in order for me to get through the gates, all I have to do is spell a word. Okay, what's that word? He says, any word that you would like to spell. She's like, oh, that's easy. Love. L-O-V-E. He says, welcome. Now, I need you to do me a favor. I'm giving you an assignment, and your assignment is going to be to do exactly what I'm doing, which is have the people come to the gate, and in order for them to get into the gate, you have to allow them to spell a word, and any word that they desire. So she was like, yes, I can do that. No problem. So as fate would have it, her husband walks up to the gate and she looks at him. It's her ex-husband, y'all. You know how we can't be with our exes. Some are exes for good reasons. And he goes, what are you doing here? She said, no, the question is, what are you doing here? He was like, I'm surprised I made it. She says, well, you ain't made it quite yet. He was like, what do you mean? She says, well, you have to spell a word in order to get behind the gates. He's like, what word do I have to spell? And she smiled and she looked around and she said, spell Czechoslovakia. I thought that was funny, right? So anyway, let's talk about when you're going through it. So much that you feel like you can't take it anymore. See, there was a point in my life that I really didn't think there was a God or heaven. I truly thought hell was on earth, because any world that can allow a young lady, myself, at 5 years old, to start experiencing the tragedies that I experienced in life so early, that I just knew that there couldn't be a God. I really, truly thought, you know, I was atheist, agnostic, whatever you wanted to call me, at a very young age. And as I started going through my trials and tribulations through life, you know, I had those feelings like, oh my God, like I can't take it no more. Like, what next, Lord? What else am I going to experience? So within all of these things in life, I experienced the one thing I realized is that I got through all of the pain, all of the pressure. There was a point in my life that when everything was so crazy, I woke up every day feeling of anxiety. And that anxiety of when you feel like you have impending doom, and impending doom is that feeling that you feel when you have fear, like when you get pulled over by a police officer or something is about to happen. Imagine feeling like that every single day, that chest, that feeling that you feel every single day. I felt like that for like 18 months, every day, all day long. I couldn't get rid of it. Drove me crazy. And I say that to you because I was at the point of where I felt like I wanted to give up. And at 12, almost 13 years old, I felt that way, and I actually did it. I took some pills, some heart pills from my grandmother, blood pressure pills, and I overdosed. I had to be rushed to the hospital, and my stomach had to be pumped. They said I had flat line. They was having to have compressions on my chest. Like, I was out of here. I didn't want to live anymore because I had it. I thought that nothing else could be worse than experiencing all of the stuff that I went through at 12, going on just right before my 13th birthday. I didn't want anymore. But God spared me. He spared me another day and another life. So let me tell you about that pressure that you're feeling, that you just can't take it no more. See, when God spared me and I began to learn from all of the things that I went through, I began to understand that, see, the most precious stones, see, those diamonds that we wear, the gold that we flaunt, they don't just come out of the ground beautiful. See, they too have to withstand pressure, compression. Yes, they have to go through something in order to come out and be so pretty. See, if we didn't experience these things in life, then we would not be able to maybe help somebody else. So my true story and only message for you today is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And God right now, he's molding you. It seems like a test and it seems like you can't take it no more, but he's working on you. And when he finished pressing you and working on you, you will be a polished stone. And you will be able to talk about what you went through and how you went through it and how you were able to overcome. But if you give up and if you allow yourself to get so deep and you allow your life to be taken by your own hands, or just give up on living. It doesn't have to be to the ultimate fatal place. Just that you're in a dark depression, that you can't live, can't function, can't be a mother, can't work because you're so into whatever it is, because your body's not the same, you're sick, you have cancer, all of these things which are understandable. You lost your job, you lost your husband, you lost your girlfriend, you lost your child, you lost your mate. All these things that can drive you insane. Because you're human, and I get it. But I want you to know, if you can hold on to another day, to another moment, because sometimes a day just seems to take so long for you to go through. But if you can hold on another day, God is working it out. And I tell you, it is just a story for you to have, to let someone else know that you can make it through. That there is glory and that indeed there is a God. And for those of you who are in a place where you feel that there may not be a God or a higher power, it's a lonely place not to be able to pray to somebody. But I tell you that if it wasn't for God, I would not be here. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be sane of the mind, because I almost lost that too. So just for the day, I need you to hold on. I need you to pray to God and say, the devil is a lie. And for whatever it is that I am going through, God, I ask that you remove it. I ask that you take the pain away, Lord. Lord, I need a job. Lord, I need for you to uplift this pain pain out of my body, the cancer, that there is no condition, disease, illness, or sickness that lives in this body, Lord. Pray that God takes it away. And if you can't pray, ask for someone to pray for you, because there are better days. And that's my message, my conversation. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to cook. And so I'll show you what I'm doing just in case somebody's actually interested in my stir fry. Again, we're doing it with some jalapeno peppers to make it spicy, some yellow peppers, green bell peppers, squash, zucchini, mushrooms. I'm going to slice it up. I have my wok. And what I'm going to do, I don't use salt because of the blood pressure. I have not been diagnosed with blood pressure. I do not take medicine. I changed my diet and I lost the weight. I am using pure sesame, a couple of teaspoons. Usually that's spicy too. They have some chili. And I'm going to use some more toasted sesame, a little bit more of that. And I have some roasted garlic, rosemary. I guess I'll bring that in. And I'll use some of that. And I put it into my oil. And I allow that to start to marinate into the seasoning so it gets around. And then I have some paprika mixed spice blend with garlic. And I'm going to put that in. I love to cook on gas. Oh, I like to cook on. I'm going to put my gas on a medium high. I am cooking with the wok. I make sure y'all can see. I am cooking on a wok, and I'm going to start putting my mushrooms in first because sometimes those take longer. So I'll put my mushrooms. Of course, I've already washed these off. They are not organic. I'm going to start planting. So I'll have a show with that where you guys can watch me plant. So I'm going to sign off now. I'll probably have some pictures at the end so you see what it looks like. I'm going to throw in my broccoli. I still got to cut up some stuff, but these things take a little bit longer to cook. And I don't like to cook it where it's really soft. I like for it to be crisp. So thank you for tuning in to the Tiffany Simone Show, guys. As I tell you, I am just a vessel. They say I have a calling, so I'm just trying to be obedient. I hope that whatever these words are, that you understand that it's simple. Even though it feels like today everything is happening, if you can hold on, God is going to work it out. Have an absolute wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for tuning in to the Tiffany Simone Show. Give yourself a hug for me and take one. Hug yourself. As y'all know, if you're around me and if you're in my team, I call everybody my cousins. I think that we're somehow related. I love you. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.